Welcome to this urgent U.S. news alert. Is President Trump gearing up for a bold new war plan? Today we dive into shocking developments involving Pakistan, Iran and the Houthis. This is your live update on Trump's massive actions shaking the global stage. Let's break it all down, step by step, in a way that's clear and easy to follow. First, let's talk about the big picture, U.S. foreign policy under Trump. Since taking office in 2025, Trump has promised a tough stance on global threats. His administration is focusing on reasserting American strength abroad. This means targeting nations and groups seen as challenges to U.S. interests. Recent posts on X highlight Trump's aggressive moves against Iran-backed groups. But these actions also involve Pakistan and the volatile Middle East. Let's start with Pakistan and what's happening there. U.S.-Pakistan relations have been rocky for years. Pakistan has been a key ally in the fight against terrorism, but tensions have grown over issues like border security and militancy. Trump's team has signaled a harder line on Pakistan. They're frustrated with what they call Pakistan's failure to crack down on terror groups. There's talk of new sanctions or even targeted strikes. This could mean drone operations or special forces raids. Such moves would aim to hit militant hideouts along the Afghan border, but they'd also risk inflaming tensions with Pakistan's government. Pakistan's leaders have warned against unilateral U.S. actions. They say it could destabilize the region and hurt cooperation. Now let's shift to Iran, where things are heating up fast. U.S.-Iran relations are at a boiling point in 2025. Trump has long criticized Iran's nuclear program and regional influence. Recent X posts suggest he's planning major strikes against Iran. Some reports even mention possible attacks on nuclear facilities. These claims are unconfirmed, but they're causing alarm. Trump's rhetoric has been fiery, calling Iran a major threat. He's vowed to use overwhelming force to protect U.S. interests. This could mean airstrikes, cyber operations, or economic sanctions. Iran, for its part, has promised a strong response to any aggression. Their leaders say they're ready for war if provoked. This standoff is raising fears of a wider conflict. Next, let's look at the Houthi conflict in Yemen. The Houthis, backed by Iran, have been attacking ships in the Red Sea. These attacks threaten global trade and U.S. allies. Trump has ordered powerful airstrikes against Houthi targets. X posts from April 2025 confirm U.S. forces are hitting Yemen hard. The goal is to stop Houthi attacks and weaken their capabilities. But the Houthis are defiant, vowing to keep fighting. This conflict is part of a broader struggle with Iran's proxies. The U.S. is also targeting Houthi financiers and supply lines. Sanctions on Iran's shadow oil fleet are part of this strategy. Now let's zoom out to regional security. Trump's actions are reshaping the Middle East and South Asia. Tensions with Pakistan could push it closer to China. A conflict with Iran could destabilize the entire Gulf region. The Houthi conflict is already disrupting global shipping. These moves are raising fears of a broader war. Allies like Israel and Saudi Arabia are watching closely. They're pushing for a hard line against Iran and its allies. But others like Turkey and Qatar urge caution. The risk of miscalculation is high, and the stakes are huge. Let's talk about the potential military actions involved. Trump has already deployed more combat forces to the Middle East. X posts from April 2025 mention increased U.S. military presence. This includes warships, fighter jets, and special operations units. These forces are ready for rapid response missions. Possible targets include Houthi bases, Iranian proxies, or terror cells. But large-scale ground operations seem unlikely for now. Instead, expect precision strikes and covert missions. These actions aim to send a message without escalating to full war. Still, any misstep could spiral out of control. Now let's explore the geopolitical implications. Trump's moves are shifting the global political landscape. A tough stance on Iran could strengthen ties with Israel, but it might alienate European allies seeking diplomacy. Pressuring Pakistan could weaken U.S. influence in South Asia. China and Russia are likely to exploit these tensions. They could offer support to Iran or Pakistan to counter the U.S. This risks a new Cold War-style standoff. Global markets are also feeling the heat. Oil prices could spike if Middle East tensions worsen. Trade routes through the Red Sea are already under threat. These disruptions could hit consumers worldwide. Let's analyze Trump's own statements on these issues. Trump has been vocal about his plans. In March 2025, he confirmed a major attack on Houthi rebels. He warned Iran to beware, promising lethal force. He's also spoken about maximum pressure on Iran's regime. His tone is uncompromising, aimed at rallying his base. But critics say his words risk escalating conflicts. They point to past promises of restraint that led to action. Trump's unpredictability is both his strength and a concern. Finally, let's put this in the context of U.S. news. These developments are dominating headlines in 2025. Americans are divided on Trump's aggressive foreign policy. Some see it as a necessary show of strength. Others worry about the cost, both in lives and dollars. Polls show growing concern about a new Middle East war. Congress is also debating Trump's war powers. Some lawmakers want stricter oversight of military actions. This could lead to clashes between Trump and Capitol Hill. For now, the world is watching Trump's next move. Will he double down on military force, or will diplomacy find a way to ease tensions? Only time will tell, but the stakes couldn't be higher. That's our live update on Trump's massive actions. Stay tuned for more breaking news and analysis. Subscribe and hit the bell to never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.